Hey, what's up everyone? In today's video we're going to go over all the weapons in ShellShock Live's new update 1.1. Everything from how they work, what they look like, and maybe even ways to farm them. So without further delay, let's get into these new weapons. As you can see from this screen, we have 24 new weapons, and we will start off with Health Aura. Health Aura is the most standard of the healing weapons. Upon use, it generates healing aura around your tank, regenerating health for you and any tank inside the aura. The healing aura is extra effective on allies, healing them for greater HP amounts. But be careful, enemies inside the aura can heal as well. Upgrade the weapon for a larger radius and more powerful effects. So as you can see, there is 3 tiers. We have Health Aura Plus, and Health Aura Plus. Unlocked criteria: it is unlocked by default and part of your weapon inventory, so that's cool. As shown in the footage above, I'm shooting the first tier in firing range. By default, this tier adds plus 15 health to your tank and anyone else within the aura, as previously noted, both teammates and enemies. Additionally, anyone within the radius will gain XP on the weapon as well, aside the player who used it. So if you're playing with friends or just randoms, run over to them if you see somebody grab it, because you can get some health yourself, and you can get XP, which can help you level up the weapon. So that's pretty cool. And unique to ShellShock, because we haven't had a weapon like that before. Additionally, in 1v1, sometimes it will just disappear after you use it like this. And following this clip, you can see my level up animation. Now we're going to shoot tier 2 in fire range, which adds plus 20 to you and anyone within the aura. Now I'll shoot the final tier, Health Aura Plus, which adds plus 25 to myself and anyone within the aura. Alright, next we have Confuser, the long-awaited 2-star weapon. Confuser plays tricks on enemy tanks, causing them to shoot themselves. Protect your electronics. You don't want to be on the receiving end of this one. So there are 3 tiers: Confuser, Super Confuser, Mega Confuser. This weapon is actually pretty OP and quite useful. You can stack with it. It kind of acts like radar in a way. It requires you hitting the opponent, but if there's multiple opponents next to each other, like really close, you can get multiple spawns of it to shoot it in there, fall down. And as it progresses, the radius gets a little bigger of where it lands. Additionally, you can suicide with this weapon, so if you're on low health, you can suicide on the person and your guts can get you extra XP for it, so that's fun. Additionally, this weapon is not affected by black holes, as you can see. It kind of acts like a bounder, where once it lands, even if the black hole's there, it's not going to affect it. But you can shoot it through it, which is nice. So it has its uses. In this clip above, I am shooting the first tier Confuser with the ×2. You will notice I'm using a tracer, because for whatever reason when the update first came out, aiming was a little different, where even if I was getting the numbers right, it wasn't lining up correctly, and it was happening to crazy as well, which is pretty weird. And then eventually the hotfix fixed it, so yeah, that was happening.
Can go come back fast because I have still an update thing for ShellShock Live. Be right back.
We are using the second tier of Confuser, Super Confuser. As previously noted, the area after it hits gets bigger, which can be useful if there's multiple enemies around you, but be careful how far you are away from it. As you can see, it's doing 40. The crit's pretty good as well. This one, I hit 2 people because they were next to it. Let's, change it up. Drag. Gonna put 4 together. Yeah, 4 together. We can see what this does. See, 2 lock on. Bam. 240. Convenient if we're playing 4v4s and the team doesn't move. Look out. And lastly, we have Mega Confuser, the third tier of our lovely 2-star weapon. Shooting out of 1 person, does 50. Bigger hole, as you can see. Let's see if we can get a crit. Probably not. Another 50. Alright, so let's move over here to a group of 4. Move them over a little bit. Alright. Now we're going to shoot it at the stack. 2 lock on. Falls down. Look at those crit 100s. 550. So if we were playing trench warfare, people didn't move, and we just yeeted this thing over there. Do a lot of damage, even if it doesn't crit. So, pretty powerful weapon, all tiers considered. I think it's worthy of a star weapon. So, good job so far, K-Champ. Apache's the 1-star weapon. This is a 2-star. So hopefully 3, 4, and 5 in the future get quality weapons as well. I guess we'll have to wait a few years for them, won't we? But let's try it stacked. Like I was talking about suiciding. Look at that. Oof. Must really clean up and stack all mid games. But hey, you want to win? It's like a little imploder, kinda. Or radar. Whatever you prefer. Let's put all 7 over here. Test this baby out for the high damage. Our stack game example. Here we go. Look at that. I think 4 hit on, 5 hit on. Almost 2,500 damage. Quite a bit. Let's hit it without being in there. 4 coming down. And ooh, 3,000. Nice. So yeah, pretty powerful weapon. On to our next weapon, CensorBar. CensorBar is sort of a mystery to us. We'd tell you what it does if we knew, but unfortunately it's been censored behind a pesky censor bar. All we know is that it packs a punch. Alright, so there's 3 tiers of this. Tier 1, CensorBar. Tier 2, RestrictedBar. Tier 3, RedactedBar. And as shown, it unlocks in the gear shop. Alright, next we have CensorBar, which it's a little area behind the bar. I believe the hitbox is actually quite small and we can't really see where it hits. There's just a giant bar that blocks most of it. But unless you're hitting it dead on with that little hitbox, it won't do any damage, even if it's the enemies within the bar. So yeah, you got that going. So be mindful of that. It shoots through black holes pretty straightforward, as you can see. I can hit a group, and I believe it will only hit the person I aimed for. Unless they're very, very close. But we can test it. Let's see how it does. Yeah, I might be getting 2 there. Probably am getting 2. Let's try to aim in the middle. Yeah, I think I'm getting 2, maybe 3.
Let me check.
Here we are with tier 2, restricted bar. As you can see, same physics. Does a lot more damage. 69 you're seeing, 63. Pretty good. Crits are kind of nice on this firing range so far. But yeah, overall not bad. I'm hitting one person, as you can see. Let's try with a group. Group of 4. Good damage. Yeah, solid. Lastly, we have the 3rd tier, RedactedBar. See what it does. 46, that wasn't a good example. Couple crits on that one. 49. Seems like our previous tier did a little more. Interesting. Alright, now we got it up to 55. Let's add some more distance to it. There we go. Yeah? 78. There we go. Let's lob it at that stack. 100? Yeah, 141. Pretty good. No, that was 82. Okay. Also, as you can see, we have wind in firing range now, so I am adjusting my shots. Which I didn't notice before when I was shooting a couple times. But yes, I do have it on high. So yeah, that is a nice improvement as well with 1.1. We now can practice wind in firing range. So to all the people that don't know wind, don't have an excuse now. I'm talking about you randoms. Also, learn how to read that wind is on in the lobby. Thank you. Our next new weapon is Health Potion. These health potions are specifically formulated to maintain their efficiency even at high pressures of a tank barrel. They're effective at delivering HP over long distances in projectile fashion. So we have 4 tiers: small potion, medium potion, large potion, huge potion. As it notes, unlock criteria is by completing the challenge Medic, and as you can see on the screen, Medic is healing a teammate 25 times with another weapon that we've shown, that being Health Aurora. So yeah, healing 25 times with that, guys, gets you this wonderful weapon plus 250 XP and a unique dog tag. In the following clip, you can see I'm playing Juggernaut with a couple friends, and this is one of the easiest ways to unlock this. There I go, using it for my 25th time, grabbing that gear, and there's the achievement popping in the bottom right corner. Alright, we have Small Potion, which is another health-based weapon. This one you can actually throw at people instead of sitting on them. You can throw it on yourself, or you can throw it on an enemy. It does plus 20 at the basic tier. As you can see, once again, like Health Aurora, you can share XP with Potion as well. So if you throw it on the ground while stacked, or with teammates, or with enemies, anyone within the distance gets the XP. So again, you can play modes like Juggernaut, 2v2 stack, you name it. 1v1s even. You can run over to each other and stack. It works that way. So yeah, another weapon you can share XP and help each other level it quicker. Here is tier 2, medium potion. It got increased a little bit, plus 25 as I'm throwing it on myself. You can throw it on this stack, they both get plus 25. Here is the third tier, large potion. It increases plus 5, so now I have plus 30 on myself. Should be noted that all these cannot be used on ×2s or 3s, unfortunately. So missed opportunity to have double or triple HP thrown at us, at teammates, at enemies. It'd be really beneficial upgrade, and hopefully K-Champ in the future thinks about adding that, because I'd be totally willing to throw this at people or at myself. It could save me a lot of games or even change the course of victory by who possesses it. And here's the last upgrade, Huge Potion, which I unfortunately forgot to record the end screen of. However, it did take quite a while to unlock. Thanks to my friend Crazy, we were able to do like 6,000 of a certain method in an hour. So I will go into more details how I did that. But anyway, as you can see, Huge Potion is a little bigger. It gives you plus 35, which is pretty nice to myself and to whoever I shoot it at. Next up, we have Kiss. Plant a kiss on your opponent to steal HP for yourself. It's kind of like reverse CPR. And it has 3 tiers. Tier 1, Kiss. Tier 2, French Kiss. Tier 3, Smooch. The unlock criteria, it is unlocked in the gear shop. Here we are using Kiss. Tier 1. It does 25 and adds 25 to our HP. Which is pretty cool. Useful weapon. Next up we have the upgrade, French Kiss, which deals 30 damage and gives us 30 HP. Again, pretty useful and nice upgrade. Finally, we have the last tier, Smooch, which does 35 damage and gives us 35 health back. And this crits at 70, as you can see. Works pretty well in black holes, even when I'm missing. I hit one of these eventually. Here it is. One of the other things to note about this weapon is it seems to only hit when you hit it dead on. It doesn't really hit the area, so like all those hearts don't do anything, they're just visual. So you're gonna have to hit it pretty much dead on. In our next weapon we have CropDuster. Those of you who have beat our game CropDuster Supreme on Steam will know what this weapon is all about. Might have to add tank gas mask to the gear shop for safety. Clever joke, Kyle. Tier 1 is CropDuster. Tier 2 is NoxiousDuster. Tier 3 is ToxicDuster. The unlock criteria mentions it is unlocked in the gear shop, although before hotfixes you had to own the game to unlock this. But because of that hotfix and many people complaining about why they had to own a game to unlock a weapon in the game, which KChamp had done in the past previously regarding a certain map, many people might remember. However, now you can purchase it for gears, which I didn't, so I don't have the animation of that. So here we are using CropDuster. As you can see, it kind of floats around like a spaz, kind of like in a square pattern. Its damage is okay. Sometimes it can be absolutely horrible, like that. It just did 12. And even the max of it can sometimes do that. Some of my friends and I have called it the new oddball because we complained about the old one too much apparently. So, got how to make a worse weapon. But overall, it's not that bad. I mean, I don't even dislike oddball really. But, see, I mean, it's just random. More randomness instead of something we can control.
No other explanation for that. I think I'm out of tracers. Now I have one tracer left.
Now I will shoot tier 2, NoxiousDuster. Doesn't do too much more. I mean, same physics. Seems to hit a little more, I guess. And here's the last tier, ToxicDuster. The last of a legendary weapon. Just 32 of it. And I got a few crits on that. I did 80. It's all how lucky you are, I guess. Because I'm hitting it dead on and, well, guess distance sometimes can help, but depends what the game wants to do. And I missed it flat out, but I still got 8. Low. Let's see, dead on I can do what again? 3 hits, 32. Tragic. On to our next weapon, PyroSlam. A tribute to our game PyroSlam on Steam. We all know that table tennis is the most dangerous of sports, especially when the ball is on fire. I think this weapon captures that nicely. And it has 2 tiers, PongSlam and PyroSlam. Unlock criteria, unlocked in the gear shop. Although previously, as mentioned with CropDuster, this was originally hidden behind a paywall in which you had to purchase the corresponding game, which in this case is PyroSlam, a VR table tennis game in which KChamp recently published, although he later patched in a hotfix that we could purchase the said weapon with gears instead of purchasing a game like CropDuster Supreme, his other game that was locking a weapon. Anyways, I don't have the current gear amount that thing is worth, considering I paid for the VR game before the hotfix, and I decided to keep it. But here's a weapon. Pretty original design. Hits the little ball. It seems to always take the same path up and down, as shown. And you can hit it off bumpers, and it goes through black walls pretty straightforward. I think it's kind of fun. I mean, the visual of the paddle is always the same, but the power of where it lands is up to you. So, pretty cool. And it's doable to do shots with.
See, it's a little bit annoying that the minigame you can't use your mouse for it. That'd be a lot easier.
Lastly, here's the maxed version, PyroSlam. The ball's on fire and it does 2 hits. One hit's 55. It can do quite a bit. 55 and 20 is shown. There's a few ways you can do this as well, besides just hitting it normally. I found one of the ways you can farm it quicker if you wanted to, is using a shield with the good old 0 power, low power, 90 degrees, no wind. As you can see, it does 130. The last weapon being talked about today is one I really don't have a lot of footage of because I don't currently have it unlocked. But Wanderer. Wanderer has a mind of its own. All you can do is guide it in the right direction, land it where you please, and then cross your fingers that it finds your target. So kind of like a spaz, except it kind of dances and does its own thing. You can't really aim it like it mentions. It has 3 tiers: Wanderer, Double Wanderer, and Triple Wanderer. The unlock criteria is unlocked by the challenge Daily Dominator, which, as pictured, I have to complete and claim 50 daily challenges. Each day we are given 3, and if I'm able to do all 3 and claim it, that counts as 3. Should take me roughly a few weeks, like everyone who owns this update, so no one should have this. If you shot it, you can only get them in boxes or crates, and I've seen a few that way. But once you do this, you get the weapon plus 500 XP, so that's pretty nice. There are a variety of ways that you can level weapons up on ShellShock Live, but in terms of 1.1 weapons, there's a few ways that my friends and I have discovered that are quite effective. You're currently watching a way that Crazy and I were using to get me a lot of XP on Potion, which needs a lot of XP. So we were doing a method called join leave. And what happens is one person is host, and you either have the weapon or not. You write the number of weapons you have. If you have 0, you write 0. If you have 1, you have 1. The other person overcharges. You have 200 HP or 100 HP. If neither of you have it, your friend leaves. He rejoins real quickly. If you have it or he hasn't, you OC, you use it, and then you leave. I needed 6,000 XP, and Crazy helped me get it within an hour with this method, so it can be effective. Another method is doing this with 3 people. You do the same logic. If you happen to have weapons, you can overcharge until turn 11, in which you get new weapons added onto your current batch. If nobody has it, then you quickly kill and move on. Another way is a method that I'm showing right now, in which I wanted to get a little XP while finding other weapons I wanted to get XP on that are already maxed. You do 200 HP 1v1s. It gives you enough HP to do the method I was talking about, where you write 1, 0. The game's in pretty quick. You get a little bit of XP. You actually gain something instead of 1 or 2 XP, or nothing instead of leaving. So yeah, there's this way as well. It's not as boring in my opinion. Now we are showing a classic method of 2v2s that I was talking about. You have 2 friends on each side, you both stack. If you have the health ones, you all line up so you all can share the XP. If you don't, then you focus on the weapons, getting stack damage. You keep OCing. Person who doesn't have the weapons keeps OCing. Then you finish the kills off really quick. This method requires really good communication between your friends, which can be done in text, but if you're all in a VC, it probably goes even quicker. In my experience, it did in a VC go quicker, especially with the leaving and joining as well, method mentioned earlier. If you need help getting the medic achievement, which is heal 25 teammates, you can do that in Team Deathmatch, but it takes a lot less time if you just play Juggernaut. Somebody hasn't, you heal, easy collection. Keep the HP low. Goes pretty quick. A lot less time wasted. If you're like me and you got a lot of supply crates that you have nothing to do with, or you have a lot of gears you have nothing to do with, keep dropping those suckers and maybe you'll get lucky. Odds aren't going to be with you though, because normally you don't get what you want in these supply crates, even if they're level 5. Example, me. In this example, we have stacked 4v4s. It can be quite effective using the same methods as previously. As a rule, always have low HP, always have 30 weapons, maximum chances. Lastly, unless I'm forgetting a method because I've been going crazy with all this grinding lately, is the classic charge. 8 players, you reach max charge, you get 1 weapon after OCing 1 turn, and it goes really quick that way with group damage. So after all that talking and editing, including the time it took to edit this video, hopefully some parts of this video were helpful. I hope. It took a lot of time. I know there's errors probably in it, including missing parts, and depending on hot fixes in the future, this information is subject to change. I was able to do a lot of this grinding thanks to friends and people that, well, really wanted to get these weapons done, and I really appreciate it because you spend a lot of time trying to get these, and it's quicker if you just get them done. But thankful for the friends I have that are really good at grinding, and I haven't done this in a while, so yeah, if the video was helpful. In terms of updated, I will make an updated version of this should I need to. I know I will need to for Wanderer, which I didn't show that weapon. I've seen clips of it. I mean, I've taken clips of it. I don't know where I put them, so my apologies for not showing in this video. Once I unlock it in a couple weeks, you will get a new video for that. Hopefully you've been enjoying 1.0 content. If there's anything about 1.0 you especially want me to show, let me know in the comments. Same thing with anything mentioned in this video. Suggestions, anything, I will like it. Put it up so more people can see it. Aside that, I will think of more things to show you guys for 1.1. Sorry if I said 1.0. Yeah, including if I beat that pesky Pong bot. He's annoying me, but I keep hearing comments about people beating it, so I'm not going to give up. Anyway, aside that, let's see if I can get to number 1 eventually. It's not really a big goal of mine, but I have a lot of friends that want me to, depending on people behind me cheating, which, hey, I can't control them, but whatever. Anyway, it'd be cool to pass my friend Blue. Beside that, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video if you did, because it's a really long video, my longest one ever. So yeah, thank you. Aside that, thank you to everyone who subs me and watches these videos, especially the people I play with. They are pretty awesome. To the people I don't play with that I used to, I really hope that you come back in my life again, because a lot of you guys I miss. But hey, that's life, right? Anyways, see you in the game, and hopefully we get more updates. Enjoy 1.1, guys. Love to hear your comments about it.